do with this thing? That's the question.
Did you find the cat?
No. It was chasing around a rat, so I gave up on that for the moment. Guess I can go try and find the cat again. Make a worse decision.
Yep.
That's a 14.
You see the cat moseying through the garden at this point.
I try to get his attention.
It kind of just sits there and meows.
Meow.
I calmly approach it.
It doesn't like you as much as Skull.
Yeah.
Kind of walks off.
I try to get his attention again just for a moment.
Meow.
It's walking away, stops, turns its head, meows, then continues walking.
I follow it.
Follow the cat through the garden.
Yep.
You see, like, Skull, like, falling. Meow.
It eventually leaps up onto the edge of the pool and lays down in the sunlight.
I attempt to calmly approach it. Like a sniff my hand.
It bats a paw at your hand.
Meow.
Oh, what a little piece of shit.
I try to keep distracted and slip the... keep distracted while I kind of slip the necklace over it.
Have you ever put a collar on a cat?
Dexterity,
Normally
acrobatics.
I do. Whenever I've done the two cats I've put a collar on, they've been pretty calm.
Oh.
So, I mean, I can just get them and I can just kind of push them off real quick.
Dexterity, acrobatics.
That's a 15.
It kind of fusses, but you've got a hold on it, and you can still attempt to put it on if you want.
I put it on it.
As you put the necklace on it ties around. It's still scurrying about, but it's scurrying about more, trying to get out of your grasp.
Once it's on, I let it go.
It jumps onto the ground, looks around, looks up to you, and what did you do?
Stop bopping!
I'm sorry. I say... what do I say?
I didn't want to actually hit that, so... You're gonna punch each other's knuckles.
What's going on?
Was it Devin?
I say, well, if I'm
Forgot
not
who I played
mistaken,
that
you
game with.
have just gained sentience and apparently intelligence.
Oh, it was Nathan.
Where you punch knuckles.
Yells out, "Mom!" and it just
Probably
runs
don't
away
wanna do
towards
that
the
with
tower.
No, it was Nathan.
Yeah, I would recommend not doing
Did
it
you
with
say,
me.
have you yelled out mom?
Yeah, yelled out, "Mom!"
I see.
Oh, I'm not a good
I
puncher.
try to follow it, but at a distance.
It's okay.
It's faster than you.
Well, I say, I'm just trying not to panic anymore. Say, you just heard an unfamiliar voice. Well, you might have heard an unfamiliar voice yell mom.
Something's running through the tower, yelling out, "Mom!" It's a voice you've never heard before. And it eventually finds its way towards you.
Who?
A cat.
Me?
Yeah.
You're its new mom.
The clogged one did something to me.
I just kind of look around. I'm like, what? You just meow calling mom at me.
It's not really a meow, it's words coming out of its mouth.
Yeah, but it's still cat-like, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
It's like, meow.
Yeah,
It seems confused and frantic.
I'm confused and frantic. I
Am I
pat it on its
aware of any
head.
of this?
what?
Am I aware of any of
You're
this?
in the-
Yeah, I'm in the garden. What I've
You
noticed
probably
that,
heard it
like,
and run away.
Yeah, you heard something yell "Mom" and run away from Retoris.
huh?
I'm just kind of confused. I pat it on its head and feed it some more of my meat rations. Or
It
at
seems
least
to calm down a bit. It's still trying to
I'm
get
confused.
still trying to get a grasp on what just happened to it.
Trying to understand sentience. A sense of self.
Me too.
I can feel time passing.
Cats, I believe dogs' time passes for slower, and cats' time passes by quicker for them. It's all about like cognitive, like realization with their environment.
So yeah, now you've got a confused talking cat.
And a confused talking orc.
Didn't-
Mute orc, rather.
Didn't see the game
Semi-mute.
going this way tonight.
Should have.
Does it keep talking? Does it say anything more? Or?
Yeah, it's talking about
I saw this rat and I tried to chase it, but I
what
didn't quite get it. It was really
smells.
fast.
It's definitely bringing out the rat. That's the fastest rat I've ever tried to catch. It got away somehow. I don't know where it went.
I'm just patting it on its back as long as it goes.
Being global would have any kind of accent.
It's from the hills, so.
Turtles are from South America, aren't they?
Nope.
It rolls ours.
So, now what else do you want to give life to?
Or rip away from.
Well, you see, I'll find Klein and,
No!
no.
No!
I'm gonna rip
There's
out
dead
every
bodies in the
single-
garden you can fucking
No,
ransack.
I'm not thinking of her, ma'am. Jesus. No, I'll draw a picture of the heart and ask Klein about it.
Klein was still in the laboratory.
Yeah, he's in there
So
with
he's
me.
in there with Skull. Still, Skull didn't leave. He kind of bows his head yes, as he's aware of what it is.
What if we happen to procure one?
And then you see him pause for a moment, stare at your drawing, and thinks about if there were any left over in the tower. And then he kind of just gets up, walks out of the room, and heads off somewhere.
Go on.
You gonna follow him?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess it will.
You convinced me.
You see him head up towards the third story. While there, he goes to the desk in this room, which is pretty much bare aside from the pedestal on the desk. But he goes up to the desk.
Oh, hey, pussy.
He opens each of the drawers, and then he pulls them all the way out, dumps out the materials within. He pulls out all 4 of the drawers, empties them out, lifts the desk, looks on the underside, and now he's kind of like shuffling through the items that fell out. He hasn't picked up anything, and then he kind of just pauses, stands back up, looks around, and notices that you're there. And are you still holding the drawing?
Yeah.
Don't nip at my cat!
He points towards the picture.
Don't nip at my cat!
He's pointing at your picture.
I hand it to him.
Get her. Get her.
He holds it up in one hand and points to it with the other hand,
Why are you touching me?
poking the paper.
Get her.
Where did I find it?
He nods his head yes.
Remember I said there was a misunderstanding with one of your smaller needle blights? Upon his death, one fell out of his body.
Deception check.
Where did my grape go?
That's a 16.
Hold on.
He beats you by 2. He kind of glares and starts walking up towards you. He gets his face right up into your face, and he's just
Oh,
staring
it's for you.
down at you.
I say, okay, fine. We didn't know what was happening.
You can see that.
I thought that these might have been the source of what was controlling these things.
They
I
were
didn't
attacking you.
Yeah, they were attacking me at the time. So I thought maybe somebody created these little constructs to attack anyone who entered the tower. It wasn't until later we realized that it was the vines controlling them. We didn't realize that, because normally your kind are hostile towards anyone. So we figured that they were.
He's still staring at you, inches away from your face. He leans up for a moment, takes the paper, and shoves it into your chest.
Well, if nothing else, I am sorry.
He points at the paper again. He's tapping it against your chest.
Where is it?
And then with the other hand, he holds it open as if he's expecting something.
Well, you see,
I put it on a cat.
I thought it was, at first I thought it was just a charm.
Off in the distance, all you hear is, Mom!
I thought it was just a charm, and I was going to put it on our cat, and then our cat started talking and ran away from me.
He starts to move towards the downstairs to where he last saw the cat.
He's gonna kill this cat.
Don't kill my cat! And plus, he just lied. Ben lied.
That's true.
Ben just lied.
He's heading downstairs.
But does he know that Ben lied?
He's probably upset right now. I didn't think to.
He's
Question
going
it.
after the heart. He's now on the second story.
I'm playing with my toy and the cat. What's the cat think of my toy?
He definitely thinks it's very interesting. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. Some kind of bird. Can I eat it?
No.
It's around this time.
But I'm allowing him to play with it like a cat toy would.
You see Klein walk into the room. He looks down at the cat, and you can see what is he? He just reaches down towards the cat to grab it. Now, one thing you've noticed about the needle blights is their face, the palms of their hands, and presumably the base of their feet seem to be the areas lacking any needles.
So it doesn't look like he's going to hurt the cat.
No, it looks like he's going to grab it.
Then I wouldn't mind.
He kind of picks up the cat by the neck of its collar, by the fur on its
Does
collar.
the cat seem afraid?
Let's see how this one reacts to being picked up.
Yup, yup.
It doesn't seem to like being held this way. It starts fussing around.
Does it say anything?
Let me go! Drop me! And you see his other hand start to reach towards the necklace.
I'm just kind of like reaching out. I was like, my baby down.
He now has a hand around the necklace, but he is heading the cat down, still holding it. Rips the necklace off. And lets go of the cat.
I didn't know the necklace was making it sentient, so I'm like, whatever.
At this moment, you notice the cat has gone back to meowing.
Meow.
And he opens his hand, looks at it, closes his hand, and walks out of the room.
Skull's just going to be thoroughly confused.
Okay.
And pet the cat some more and play with it for a little bit before looking for more parts again.
If you followed him down to the second story, you would now see him heading down to the first.
Monster.
Sure.
Finraz, you're still in the garden.
Yeah, I'm looking for this plant still.
You can make your investigation check to look for it.
16.
Yes, you do in fact find a plant resembling the one described in the book.
I'm gonna pick some of these berries and take them inside.
Alright. As you're picking the berries, you can see Climb, the needle blight, wearing a robe with very many patches on it. He's walking out into the garden, and he heads over to the 4 grave sites that you know are in the garden.
Yeah, Ben.
Do you choose to follow and see what he's doing?
I'll go with them.
Everybody's going to be aware of your dirty laundry now.
As he's heading towards the garden, you can notice that one of the 4 graves seems to have
Can we time out real quick?
Sure. Yeah, you notice that one of the 4 grave sites, there seems to be a small little plant blossoming out of it. But he goes to a different one and starts digging into the grave.
I'm gonna ask
He's doing
him.
it with one hand. His right hand is currently, I guess, holding something.
I'm gonna ask him what he's doing.
He looks up at you. He uses his left hand to point at the grave, and he opens his right hand, revealing a small metal heart.
Did I ever see this heart before? I don't think I noticed
I
it.
think you were in the room when he dissected that.
Yeah, but I don't know that I really watched that closely. My guy isn't always that perceptive.
Well, we didn't really roll to see if you saw it.
I'm just gonna ask him what it is, because I wouldn't know what it is anyway.
He kind of points to the heart in his hand, points to his chest, and then points back down at the grave.
You died? Sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna watch him finish what
He's
he's
already
doing.
dying over there.
No, I'm waiting for my cat to come over.
He eventually digs up the grave, and at the bottom you can see the sliced in half corpse of one of the twig blights. He carefully pulls it out of the grave, sets it on the ground in front of him, and in the opening, he places the heart up into its chest area. He kind of makes sure it's secure in there, and then he places the body back into the ground and recovers the dirt.
I just want to say that I didn't follow him outside, but I was trying to find a window where I could observe him.
From like the second story, you have a clear enough view of the garden. Go ahead and roll perception to see if you can see his actions.
It's a 17.
Yeah, you're able to see him dig up the body, seemingly put something into the body, and place it back in the ground.
I imagine I could piece together what he was doing. Being a smart boy as I am.
Smart boy.
Oh, no, how smart are you?
14 smart. Or no, 15 smart.
You could probably take a guess that seeing how this device gives life to plants and gives intelligence to animals and seemingly life to plants, that it's at the very least putting it back to where it was.
Would I would I know which grave has the flower coming out of it?
That one was already there before you guys showed up. As it was... Did the two of you go out the first time they buried one? I don't remember who went out the first time one was buried.
I don't remember either.
I think it was me.
If it was Retoris by himself, he would have known... Well, anytime you went out to the garden, anytime they buried one, you knew they buried at least 3. And there are 4 before you.
I want to point over to the one with the flower coming out and be like, what's with that one?
He kind of picks up a stick and draws into the ground. Death before your arrival.
I want to gently and carefully pat him on the shoulder in a comforting way.
Dexterity saving throw. Because they are covered in needles.
I know.
But you are being careful, so the check will be easier.
Not like it needs to be. 23.
Yeah, you're able to get your hand in a position to where you won't hurt yourself as you pat him on the shoulder.
How nice.
I mean, they've done
He then writes into the ground. It's fine.
I'll be okay.
He'll be back soon.
That worries the fuck out of me.
I guess that one, brother.
Yeah. I'll ask him, will he be the same?
Slightly different, but mostly the same.
He writes.
Okay. I'll take the berries that I picked and go inside with them.
Okay. It's about midday now. You've all done a few things over several hours.
I go to attempt to apologize to Clown again. After some time has passed.
He kind of turns his head away from you.
Oh, man.
You might need some time.
He says, I understand it'd be hard for me to forgive somebody who did something like that too. And walk away without saying anything else.
Okay.
I examine the... I go upstairs to the 3rd floor and examine the contents of the shelves that he dumped on the floor.
There seems to be papers, any ink vials you didn't collect, and pens, and a few books. Not too many things. If you had to gather, at some point there may have been some of those hearts in this desk, but it seemed there were no more.
So is there anything else? Is there any other shelves in it that he didn't dump out?
No, he emptied this desk completely and turned it over. It's kind of all laying there.
As you, I guess, clean up the because nothing else is really of value in the
Not really.
contents of there. All right. I was gonna shove it, or shovel it back into the desk drawers and just put them back in.
I'll sweep it under the rug. They'll never notice.
Mainly so they don't have to clean it back up on my account.
Yeah, as you're finishing up, you actually do see 2 twig blights walk up the stairs.
Do they recommend any particular way?
They seem unbothered by your presence, although one looks at the other and heads back downstairs.
I see.
You get the feeling they might have been checking to see if anything needed to be cleaned.
Do I perceive anything different in this room?
There haven't been any changes since the last time you examined the room.
I can't stand this anymore, sorry.
You can probably turn that on.
Doesn't really help.
Yeah.
It does.
Why
No,
does that
it
turn
was.
on when you press the metal?
Yep.
That's pretty cool, actually. I'm assuming your dad made that as well.
Nope.
No, that's just how that's designed.
Yep.
It's cool as fuck.
So you're all kind of doing your own thing. You spent half the day just...
I spend the day reflecting on my actions.
Have I finished making my ink?
You'll need to go to the lab and make a nature check. There are 2 labs, right? Is there a particular one you want to go to?
Whichever one I feel like has the shit to make ink.
The one skull is not in. Probably be more set up for that.
Okay. I rolled an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to mash the berries into squeeze out the juices and follow some of the instructions in the book, and you are able to make an ink. Now there are some other things in this room, no thanks, that you can use to change the color of the ink. If yellow-orange is not your preference.
Okay, thank you. What other colors could I make it?
The rainbow's worth. There seem to be just all sorts of little things that exist on the table just simply to change the color of liquids.
I want to make it a turquoise color.
Nerd. Turquoise.
And then
Do you
is
mean
there...
teal?
Are you back to teal? Are you gonna like alternate it every session?
I'm staying consistent with last session and the first session with turquoise.
Okay. You change the ink into turquoise.
Okay, I want to put it into a little inkwell or
Just want to point out
vial if there's one here. What are you pointing out?
the difference between turquoise and teal.
Mazzy.
I'm gonna throw your fucking phone out in the goddamn yard.
Is that that's a pretty stark difference? I say
Literally, just teal's darker.
sage is closer to that than turquoise.
No, sage is green.
Is it?
Yep.
I mean,
Anyway,
let me look sage color.
I want to
Yes.
put this into some sort of container,
There are empty ink vials.
pour it in there, then I'm gonna try to find Skull.
Alright, it took you roughly an hour to make the ink.
After
Yes.
I find Skull, I'm gonna present the ink to him and
The
say,
teal ink?
yes, the turquoise ink,
Oh.
you piece of shit. I'm gonna fucking...
So you say this. Damn it.
I present turquoise ink to you and say, this is thanks for letting me use your art supplies.
He takes it very thankfully and accepts it.
That middle one is a sage, I imagine, for my boy.
Then I fucking leave the room because you're an asshole.
Oh, there we go. So they say there's no consistency with sage green. Absolutely none. Look how many different shades there are. Look at them.
Yeah, I know.
That's with like every color though.
Sage has a lot of different ones simply because a lot of people view sage differently.
I'll say actual sage plants are bluish.
Bluish white.
Yeah.
Wrinkles. Not you.
Get up there, cat.
See, now you stressed her out.
Cat. Boy.
Boy!
That boy, alright.
Alright, Mr. Hill.
Boy.
Boy, I said boy!
There is a lot wrong with Bobby Hill, so...
So,
Do you want to see Aqua in comparison? There's an Aqua. Hold on, it's still loading.
What about the difference between sea foam and lake foam?
Oh, fuck. Nelly. Fuck this.
I mean, really, if it was dark outside, I would look teal.
Maybe
It'll-
that was the confusion.
It all has to do with lighting.
Whenever
It's
we
fine.
were in that shadow realm type deal.
Yeah,
teal.
I look teal. It was the mist, dude. I looked down and was like, oh shit, I'm teal now.
You're just an iridescent color, so you kind of switch in between one and the other depending on the lighting.
No, I just looked down at my hands like, fuck, I'm teal now. What happened?
So-
Oh, weird. I always thought I was turquoise.
You could be robin egg blue. I'm kind of digging that blue. It's a nice blue.
So far, the only person who spent time training towards their next class is Skull.
Get wrecked.
Well,
I'm not
actually,
even
Fenris
going to
has. He's
class.
been studying plants, and that's a nature thing.
Yeah.
I'm going straight Blazinger.
I also made a fucking gift for my good friend Skull, whose character has been a fucking
Delight.
I haven't done anything wrong. I am the angel of the group.
Skull has done nothing wrong.
Skull did nothing
You,
wrong.
in this realm,
I don't know what you're talking about.
the little voice in Skull's head has
Little
been
voice
a
in Skull's
gigantic
head.
asshole to me.
He's a closet asshole.
He just immediately, like as soon as I leave the room, throws the fucking ink vial out the window. It's like, fuck this shit. I hate this color.
He really has no like for that color whatsoever. He was taking it trying to be nice.
I made it the color of my skin
I
so
know.
that you would think
and he
of
thinks
me.
that makes you very vain. Like, he thinks very lowly of you, of your color choice.
That's fair, honestly.
Yeah. I like poppies. Poppies are nice. I like poppy red. It's nice.
So you're the only active player who knows about the other door with the arcane writing above it.
Oh yeah,
Make sure it's alcohol because I want to find more later.
that's cool. They make a bunch of different...
Anyways,
Anyways.
Spend half the day.
do I find enough to make the rest of my Drugan?
You have to search the tower.
What are we doing?
Okay, well, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
19.
You were searching through the rooms of the tower, and so far haven't found anything. And you eventually head outside and see if maybe there's something out on the grounds, maybe just not kept in the tower. And you eventually do see a door along the back side of the tower. It's been cleared away now, so it's visible. There were vines covering it before, and you notice it has some sort of arcane writing above it.
I try to read it.
Knowledge arcane.
Fuck. 10.
You are unable to decipher it at this time.
I'm still learning. That's my excuse.
We're all still learning.
This door could lead anywhere.
I'm gonna assume it's some sort of supply shack from outside. Like, it's just on the outside of the building going in. I'm assuming to like
Oh,
a
you're
base.
checking out the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's like some
Yeah,
sort
I
of
probably should
supply
have told
shack.
you guys about that
You probably
door,
should have, but oh well.
I did mention that there was a door.
Not to me.
You should have seen it.
I'm in it now. Or I'm going to it.
That's whatever.
Would you say you thought it was?
Some sort of supply shack or something going into a basement where they keep some sort of supplies for the entire tower.
As you reach and open the door, you can see stairs going down.
Fuck.
The hands.
Shit! I go down. Is there any, I don't need to. I have dark vision. Never mind.
I don't know, unless you want to light it, could make it certain things easier. But you head down, and it seems to be some sort of cellar, and there are definitely all sorts of supplies here. There seems to be straw, things for the garden, just random. There's a few, like, I guess, canned food, if that's a thing. It's just
Preserved. Usually it's jarred.
preserved. There's just basic supplies that you can find down here.
Neat. Is there anything I can build with whatsoever? And is there any like tool sets I can use?
You think all the tools you would need are already in the lab, but as you are searching for a particular type of supply, you go ahead and roll an investigation.
Oh.
Did bad?
Seven?
You're not seeming to find any metal at this time. Not even large sheets of metal.
You don't even see the shovel somehow. You're like, oh, it's not metal.
Well, I guess I take the stuff to make my bed with. I'll go,
And you head back up the stairs to the outside.
Is there any, like, covered area? Like, any, like... I wouldn't say shaded, but, like, covered, like an awning type deal?
Really, the only kind of thing like that to the tower is, like, the very top of it. It kind of, like, there's a small edge as it goes up into a narrow point, but there's not really an awning outside any of the windows or anything.
Well, over the top of my little hole that I built, I'm gonna, like, make it, like, off into the corner near the tower, or wherever the fuck would be best for it in the garden, and I'm gonna make myself a little awning and put straw in my bed. That's all I can do.
Alright.
You made your bed.
I will later. Hopefully it won't betray me again.
I mean,
I'm gonna lock my door. I'm gonna put my door down and lock it.
It has straw now. How can it possibly betray you?
Maybe if it's more comfortable, I'll actually stay in it at night.
I have a plan.
Yeah, you can't lock your door, by the way.
Huh?
You have the wrong side of it.
Oh,
You have the hinge side.
I know.
Okay.
More.
He's just gonna pretend to lock it.
It's a joke. Jokes.
Jokes on jokes on
Jokes.
Funny haha.
Yeah, post behind you.
I know.
Commodore!
So, the day kind of goes on, unless there was anything else specific you were wanting to aim for.
I mean, I'll just continue reading this book.
Alright.
I had a mosquito bite on my foot.
Cannot remember my Facebook password, so I can't access the sheet she sent me, so...
Oh. Do you just want it?
What a failure.
Well, I want to give you something different.
Do you have your email on there?
Yeah, I should be able to get from my Gmail account.
G's mails. Jolly jolly G's.
Hold as we take a brief intermission.
Ben, sing.
No.
It's worth a
Then that was
try.
terrible.
I say if I begin to sing, my voice will crack and then I'll have a coughing fit.
Okay.
Now, since you do have a few hours in the day, if there's nothing particular you guys want to do, you do have some items on you that you aren't aware of what they are, what they do, if you want to try spending an hour attempting to decipher them again.
I do. What do I have? A doorknob?
I have a door!
I mean, you've got several items, except for Mundy. He's got jack shit, because everyone keeps getting all the items. Sorry, Adam. You gotta be here.
Not his fault.
I know you have a potion of an orange liquid. I don't remember if you knew what that was or not.
No. They only knew what one of the green ones were, and
You
they
have
assumed
a
the rest
potion
of
with a
them.
green liquid.
That's
You
not entirely
have
true.
a flute. You have the doorknob. You were able to decipher the rope.
Oh, that's right, you have the flute!
Yeah.
You the silk rope was a rope of climbing. You have this wand that you threw on the ground. I wasn't sure if you picked it up or not.
I guess I'll spend some time examining the flute.
And then you also have the book you got from the third store.
I'm the one with the orange one, right? I have
The
the
Taurus
orange
has
one.
the orange one. The ones
Oh.
you have,
I have...
you still have
Two
the blue
green.
liquid and 2 green liquids.
Alright, cool. Alright. I mean, I'm good with this book.
Okay. And you're studying the flute.
Yep.
Jill, is Skull doing anything?
Is there anything else you'd like be interested in? You couldn't find any of the parts.
Here, you're carrying a green liquid potion.
I am? What?
Yeah, you found one near the end. You have... There's always checking out the pocket watch. The pinnacle that you were given in the beginning. There's the letter you were given in
Can
the
I
beginning.
try to decipher and or identify the watch?
You can make an attempt over the hour that everyone else is taking.
Okay. Oh.
So we'll just go left to right. Taurus, you were examining the flute. Please make your Arcana check.
My bank people are like, give us your money. And I'll be all like, I don't have any.
1.
That's 17.
Alright, you are, over the course of an hour, you are practicing the flute, partaking upon it, and you feel you have figured out what it is capable of doing, aside from just producing these green notes that hover in the air.
Agreeing.
They were green at the time, but you do also figure out that you can, upon attuning to it, which you'll have to do over another rest period, you could change the color of the notes that come out of it, but also, this is an instrument of scribing. And with it, while you play it, you can expend one of its 3 charges to create a magical message on a non-magical object or surface that is within.
It's not a major arcana.
The message can be up to 6 words long and is written in the language that you know.
A language we know? It's impossible!
But I can't read anything.
You are not a bard, so these other effects don't apply to you. And
Multi-class into bard.
No.
you are able to regain all 3 charges daily at dawn.
So it could make notes appear, or
I mean, it's not
make
wrong.
images appear.
While you play it, it can make notes, and if you're
You're
attuned
back
to
at the
it,
priorities
you
thing.
can change the color of the notes, and if you're attuned to it, you can
Vodka.
create messages with it.
Oh, vodka, that's so true.
Dark messages go.
Whatever the fuck, it's alcohol.
It's really good alcohol.
I would
I enjoy it.
say, they go 30 feet, but I can have you roll Arcana, and if you do well, you can extend the range. But yeah, it's fairly short distance. Now, Skull, you're on to your item.
My item.
You
What
said
am I
you were
rolling?
working on the pocket watch?
Yes.
Oh my God.
What am I rolling now?
You're
Arcana?
rolling Arcana to see if you can learn anything new this time around.
18.
You're not able to learn much.
Fuck!
But you feel that the first symbol, although you're still not sure what the language is, you think it, based on how it's drawn, it might be a representation for the word time.
No way. Okay.
We're gonna go back in time.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is of all the items you're trying to examine, this is by far the hardest one.
Yeah.
Fenrose, you were choosing to read through a book.
Yeah. Studying up. I mean, we got all these plants. Might as well put them to some sort of use.
Yep, go ahead and make your knowledge nature. I'll give you another plant.
Just help. I must
Get.
wander around for no reason.
15.
Get.
Oh, it should close down on me. I don't have a fucking word. Open it in this thing.
The problem with Word.
It wants me to sign into an account to
No.
use Word.
Yeah. Microsoft changed a bunch of their shit, and it kind of fucking sucks now.
It does.
Let's try opening it with this.
It's only nice if you like have a company paying for it for you.
Yeah.
And now
Get.
WordPad has crashed. Lovely.
Probably because you try to open it in WordPad.
It's the only other thing I have.
Oh my god. You're the worst.
Did you figure out what plant I found?
Yeah, I've got one for you. I was waiting for you all to get back.
Okay.
See how this
That he waited nicely for us?
is that
No, I'm not using her
Oh.
chart that I can't open on this tablet.
Yeah, if you can't
sounds
open
like you
it.
need to try harder.
Sounds like I don't want to spend money on a account
You think
to
I
use Word.
spent money on it? It's back whenever Word was free.
You found, in the book you found about a musk muddle, a sticky brown, dead-looking plant with wide leaves found in swamps and marshes. Can be made into burned solid, which, when applied within 2 rounds after taking fire damage, heals 1d6 points of the fire damage done by fire. That's what it was. Words fire.
Just show
Yeah, you're gonna be needing an alchemy check to make it.
some of this pepper.
Interesting. Alright.
Pepper. Yeah,
Which means you'll need to be proficient in alchemy.
Which I am definitely not currently. Maybe one of these days with all my studying.
Or finding a teacher.
Well, fuck that. I don't want to pay someone to teach me shit.
You said find if you cannot pay for it.
So,
Although teachers usually don't expect some sort of payment.
do you have a list of the patches that
Spreading knowledge is payment and get out of the
are on
kitchen.
that one robe?
You can examine the robe and try and figure out what's all on it.
Maybe later. I'll just talk to them.
But I can give you a few at a glance.
I know there was like a...
Ouch.
I think there was like a hammer or
Where's
some
your back?
shit and some other stuff. I don't remember.
I don't think it was a hammer.
Stop it!
A few you can see off the bat. There's seems to be one patch has a dagger, another has like a bullseye lantern, another seems to have a pole. And there are many other patches, but just at a glance you can at least see those three.
Okay. So, I mean, that's my hour.
Mm-hmm.
I study.
Yep.
Like a good
And the
boy.
other two attempted to learn something about theirs. Well, one succeeded. One's working on it.
Is that
You're
me?
getting closer. I mean, you figured something out that we didn't know.
You know for certain.
If we get another hour to do this, I'm going to examine my doorknob closely.
Okay, it's also going to be not as difficult to pocket watch, but it's up there. Would you like to do something during another hour, Skull?
What other items did I have? I had the amulet and what else?
Yeah, the pinnacle that the hag gave you, the letter, a green liquid potion. You pretty much already know what the jar of brains does. You've got a guess as to what the door can do based on experience.
Hurts dead things.
Aside from that, you have the least variety of items, but you have like the most expensive one.
I'm gonna try the pinnacle then. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Retoris, what were you trying again?
Doorknob.
Doorknob, pinnacle. Were you doing something during the next hour?
I'm gonna go into the woods nearby and hunt a little bit.
I'm going to hunt all those hyenas
Not
out,
wanting
hyenas out of the area.
You want any?
Yeah. Hopefully, I won't get fucking eaten by a
Maybe
dragon.
later. I'm fine right now. I made sure to eat a sandwich before I came over.
We can continue if you guys want to.
I was just waiting for him. You guys be here. Retoris, you go first.
That's a 13.
No, unfortunately, you are unable to learn anything new about the doorknob at this time.
Oh, dang.
Skull. Going for the... I already forgot.
Amulet. Amulet or pinnacle, whatever you're calling it.
yes.
21.
Okay. So on the back there are some words inscribed. Some were in the language that no one has figured out yet, but there also seems to be some on the underside that you are able to read, as they are actually in the arcane sigils. And it says something along the lines of respect for the Raven Queen. And your total was, what again? 22? 21? You also... did you do that one yet? Yeah, this isn't it. Yeah, in the rat part of it, you actually opened it up at one point, opened the mouth. And you see this little white seed.
Eats the seed. No, I don't actually eat the seed. We don't need that to happen ever again. We had somebody, I convinced a monk to eat a bunch of seeds that was given to him by a satyr. And let's just say he gave birth to Trents.
Instead of planting a Trent.
Yeah. Yeah. It was messy.